Hi everyone, Molly here. Welcome to my channel. It's been a while since I've been here. I think the last time that we talked was when the traveling journal came to me from Aaliyah. So it was my turn and I showed you guys what she did and I couldn't decide on what I wanted to do, but I have since decided. So what she did was floating pockets, and so they're in here with paper clips, so you can move them throughout the journal if you want to take them out, do what you want with them and then put them back. But as you can see, I've already put one here. What I've decided on is tabs. I love to do tabs in all my journals, and so I narrowed it down after thinking about it, and so that's what I'm working on. And I'm trying not to do just a tab. I'm trying to embellish them quite a bit and put them in here. And what I thought was that I would do enough to go down and then another row back up. So I think it should be about maybe 10 or so tabs. I like the really full, a bunch of tabs on a book. I think Aaliyah will too. I'm going to fill it pretty full. So let me show you guys what I'm doing. Not a new idea. I was watching, I can't find it. I've watched probably 1,000 videos since then, but I feel like her name was Catherine, but she was making tabs and I was just sitting there having coffee one evening and watching. And so I thought, oh, I'm going to try that. And that's what I've done. I've just cut out a bunch of those shapes, and I'm using some of the paper left over from bits that I have put in the journal, and I'm just going through, like, this is a piece of an index card that I tea-dyed, and I stamped some writing on it. So I'm literally just using little bits like that, going through my sticker. I didn't want anything like real shiny, so I'm just getting, this was in a book I ordered. So these little flowers Aaliyah gave me, buttons from Aaliyah, stickers. And it just kind of trying not to be so precise and so picky with them, trying to just have some creative time, and the ones that come out good, I'm going to put in the book. So let me work on a few more, and I'll do that with you. And then we'll put them in the book, and then it'll be on its way back to Aaliyah. So if you guys haven't caught up, go and watch all the videos from starting with January. December, it's going to be a giveaway. So make sure to subscribe to both channels, and definitely make sure you're subscribed to Aaliyah, because she is an absolute joy to watch. And she works on a lot of different projects, the journals and different crafts, and you name it, she covers it. And just to sit and listen to her, she's got this really great soul, and she's just happy and very lighthearted, and she laughs, and she tells you stories and things like that while she's working. So you guys go over and subscribe to her channel and watch all of her videos. So I have this one. Now they need to be two-sided, but because these are the ones that are going to show, that's where I'm focusing on the front. So I may put a little something on the back, but this is what I'm looking at the most, is the front here. So I have this one finished, and this one, and let me see if I can get this one. I like this one a lot. So far I like all of them. I think it's been a fun project. I haven't embellished my tabs like to this degree before, so it's been a lot of fun. So I'm going to continue to do that. So it's a little something different than, I already like just having the tabs in there, and then I've inked them and tried to cut from real pretty paper, but I like having these on there like that. So let's see. Oh, well, Grace, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So There's 6. I think I need 10 or 12. But if it turns out to be tons of fun, we're just going to keep making them. And I'll put them in another journal. So let's scoot up a little bit. Hopefully you can see. I think it's bright enough. Coffee in hand. It's Sunday. I am just taking my time getting started with the day today. And then I saved I cut this off of a little frame and I'm kind of just putting it on, I could just put it here. Have that as like a little background. And then what you want to do is just, here's your tab. And so once you put it in the book, it's going to be a little bit hidden. But to make it come out more and to decorate your page more, just extend it a little bit. And sometimes if my tab didn't cut right, I'm using a part of that on there just to extend it, just to make the surface a little bigger for you to work on. So, and I've used, again, parts of tabs that didn't work, or like I'm cutting up this really pretty paper here. And so let's see what we can do. I'm going to move the book so I don't get anything on it. I'm so excited. I can't wait till December to see who wins this book, because I think you are going to be so happy to get it. It is full of a lot of really nice work. So, oh, you know what I wanted to show you? Let's see. When Aaliyah sent me the book last time, she sent me these little glassine envelopes that she got at the Stamp Museum. And I just wanted to show you. I've already put it in there, but I took one of the tabs and I placed this little envelope here. I put some stickers and some, the paper in the background there looks like a book page, but it was actually a sticker. And so I have that one here. I thought I left it where I could flip it and tuck something in there, but it looks like it, I glued it. So, but it would be a great little tuck spot. So that's going to be one of my tabs here. I haven't been in here in a while, and so I'm trying to get my bearings again. Sorry, I'm a little fumbly, but a lot has happened, and so I have not gutted my craft room, but I have moved a lot of shelves out. My son moved, so I'm officially an empty nester, and so his room is now my eBay store. And so I borrowed some shelves that I had here in my craft room because I have entirely too much stuff in here anyway. And so it has been crazy getting his stuff cleared out and then setting up that room, moving my store in there. And if you guys haven't been to my eBay store, there's a link down below to Bennigan's. That's my shameless plug. But I sell a little bit of everything so that I can help save some things from the landfill and just keep the old things. And so anyway, if you haven't checked it out, go and check that out. But that's what's been happening. It's been a little crazy. So trying to catch up with myself here. So, all right. I'm going to just start. That's all I can do, right? Just start. Okay, I'm going to pop in right here and say that I couldn't talk apparently while I was working on this, and the video was getting really long, so I cut that part out. And I was going to play it in the corner while I put the tabs in the book, but that was too much. So what I'm going to do is make a second video. I'll just call it part 2, and that way if anybody really wants to watch how I put all those tabs together, it'll be much easier that way than trying to squeeze it all in here and make this too long. We have the first page here is floating envelope. And then I've already put this tab in just to kind of see what it's going to look like. And so I'm going to look for pages, of course, that don't have anything on them, but that are a little bit heavier weight to hold the tab. This is a good sturdy page. I don't have any particular order, so I'm going to just kind of try to put maybe, the brown and then the blue, something like that. So I'm going to try to be as even as I can. So I'm trying to line the page up here, you know, with that little curved part. And then I don't want them to, do I want them to do that? Or just be the next one in line? 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh. If it was my book, I probably would just cram so many in here. So as I'm placing them, I'm going to be looking at what shows here. So it's going to be really pretty when I open the page, but when my book is closed, what shows here? And do I need something else? Maybe yes, maybe no, but all right. So I'm going to start by gluing just one side. This is going to be so cute. Okay, so right about here. And then we'll pick maybe this one. Get off. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so cute. Cute, cute, cute. So here we are so far with just 3. So I think I can get one more here and then either start back up or go this way. I think I'll just start again. What are you? Hanging out in there. So, all right. All right, so that was brown. Let's find. I hope you guys have been following along. If not, go and check out the videos starting back in January when we announced it. And then Aaliyah got the journal in February. And we've been adding ever since. So I try to give you a flip through each time I receive it from Aaliyah so you can see what she's added. And she does the same once she has received it. So you guys go back and check those out. Okay, so this one you can't see because of this paper. So I'm going to start here at the top again. All right, so we have that one. And then we'll come down. Belly bands. Come down to this page. I just like to put them on the thicker pages just because, you know, when you're turning the pages, there's a little weight on there. So that's really the only reason I'm worried about which type of paper I'm putting it on, because there's calligraphy paper in here and some tracing paper. So a lot of lightweight papers. I feel like, you know, over time, the weight might bother it. Is that right? That seems kind of far. So yes, I'm super excited to see who wins it. Anyway, I think it's going to be a real treat to receive. It has been so fun to work on, so I'm so glad Aaliyah. I just texted her. I'm like, hey, I have this idea. And of course, she's like, she's in. So I am so grateful because she has put some beautiful work in here. And so I've been so happy that she wanted to do this with me. So, and we always talk about how our work is different, but it is working in this journal. So I'm almost at the end here, so I need to put one a little closer. I love all of them, but I think I'm going to, you know, I think I'm going to put this one at the bottom so it'll show behind that one that's hidden. Oh my goodness. I like this little one. This whole time I think that I am not going to use all of the tabs, and then I'm going to have to pick and choose. But in the end, I use all of them. You know, when you're trying to decide on something, and I have an artist friend in Austin, and we always talk about how you just get up sometimes and you're just like, oh, I can make this and I can do this. And or you want to make something but you have to wait until you're in that creative mood so that it comes out right. And that's what happened with these. It's so like all of a sudden I was watching videos and then I'm like, that's what I'm going to add to the book. And I just love making them. And then do you ever have those times where, I mean, I have created some art pieces that I'm just so in love with, and now I look at them and I'm like, how did I even do that? It's like the spirit gets in you for a minute and then you make these things and then, I don't know, it happens to me. Like, how on earth did I even do that? So I have a couple of clay projects that I did. My very first clay project was a moon with a little girl sitting in it with stars, like she's throwing out the stars out of a basket. And I had never done clay before, and so just I love it. It's like my favorite piece hanging in here, and I'm like, I don't know if I could do it again. So sometimes I don't do something again because I'm afraid I'll mess it up the next time, because I don't even know how I did it the first time. So but yeah, that I don't know why it's like the mood kind of sparks and then off you go to make something, and that's what happened here. So nice to get to share this with her and share her work with you guys. So, oh, I almost have 2 pages. Come on. Ouch. Oh, don't. Okay. Apparently I can't glue and talk at the same time. Sorry. I almost glued that little tab down. That was its whole purpose, was to stick out. Oh, yes. So, what do you think? Should I add some more, or is that... I don't think it's full enough. What do you think? I don't know. I like it, but I think we could fill in some of the spaces maybe. Like this one, you can't see it all. So maybe another one somewhere close by. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know what you like down in the comment. Do you like everything really full and bulky? And like, this book is getting so full and we have half the year to go. So, okay, I feel like there's some empty areas in here, and that maybe... So I have this one, even though it doesn't show too much with the little glassine, but maybe we could start row number 1 again. To start row number 1, we'd have to put it on the same page as a belly band. Would that work? That might be all right. I'll find one that's maybe kind of small. I don't know. We can't use all of these, but oh, I love them. They're so fun. So in your journals, when you're making tabs, go all out and just embellish all over them. And like when it's full, I think a lot of people do, when there's a lot of things to look at, and you know, we like to make clusters and things like that. So I feel like this is kind of what that has been like, is making clusters and just doing it here on a tab. So I don't know. Look at that. Ah, so pretty. Look at that. So see, I'm just lucky that she did this with me and that you guys get to see her work, and then somebody gets to own this. So I'm so tickled about that. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what it looks like in the end. It's just going to explode. You may never get to close it unless you tie it, because gosh, look at that. So I am going to try to add somewhere in here. I don't know what to do with that one. So I'm just going to add another one. And this is on a thin piece of paper, which I just said I didn't want to do, but I do want to fill in some of these. When you're looking down at it, I do want to fill in some of the spaces that I see. We need to do something with that little guy. So all right, so this is pretty full, so maybe right in here. What do you think? Somewhere in here, maybe add something. They both have belly bands. So a couple of times here I'm going to have to just put it on a thinner piece of paper. Oh my gosh, I am just tickled. Let's see what we got. We could add one here. I'm just gonna guess that most of you, since we're junk journalers, like also the full kind of clusters, that kind of look. So I'm going to keep adding here. My ceiling fan is on, but there's a hot air balloon that we made, or I made at Christmas and hung them along the kitchen. And so it's hanging from the ceiling fan and has little bells on it. I'll try to put a picture of it. Still has Santa sitting in the basket. So my son did a Christmas tree in the kitchen, kind of bay window kind of thing, and it was kind of 90s pop, and it started out with like different food, things like that, Whataburger, McDonald's, things like that, and he used those toys and things like that. So I made a Whataburger hot air balloon, and so here he hangs. He's paper mache. So all right. Oh my gosh, I love it. What do you think? This one doesn't really stick out too far, but we could glue something. We are going to leave it alone, so some are going to stick out further than the others. And, but we do text each other like I did this time, like I cannot decide on what I want to do. And so she agrees, and the choices are so fun, all of them, and it's hard to decide. So it's always a surprise. That way she doesn't know until you knew today that I was doing the tabs. So I think that's the fun part. Like, I don't know what she's doing until I see the video also. And we'll just put this on there so it can just say, look, I'm in here. So, yeah. Yeah. So then, if we wanted to add, I'll find something to put in this little butterfly because I pulled the little colorful part off. Let's see. I said I was going to be finished. Let's see. How about inspire? Which I hope that I do for you guys. At least inspire you, kind of trigger ideas, which is, you know, what we're all here for, is to learn from each other and inspire each other. Not only in our arts and crafts, but every day, right? So, all right. My battery's flashing that it's tired. And so here we go. There's my tabs, and I'll be mailing this back to Aaliyah now, and then she'll get to pick. So you guys keep a watch out in about a week or so, and when she will get the book back, and she'll let us know what she's going to make. So thank you guys for joining me, and I appreciate it. And anyway, go over and check out Aaliyah's channel, not just for this gorgeous book, but for all of her videos, because like I said, all the time I say it, she's a joy to watch because she is so fun. So, all right, you guys take care, be good to each other, and I will see you in the next video. Before I go, I'm just going to show you. We have this little paper that we have a list of like the basics, right, that I just wrote out. But like she thought of floating pockets, and so I'm going to add tabs here to like the cluster tabs, but she's still more than welcome to do other kind of clusters if she wants to. But I'm going to, in true junk journal fashion, reuse this tag that says tag you're it. So we have it on here, but this is really cute, so I'm going to include that on there and then send that back with the book. So all right, there we go, on its way back to Aaliyah. Without even knowing it and without a plan, I put both of these tabs that have the buttons that Aaliyah sent me, and I put the word hope on both of them. It wasn't even intentional, but I thought that was pretty cool.